see you. Thank you for joining me. So we're nearly at 9:30. In fact, we're about 13 seconds away. So I'll kick stuff off already. But just as a thank you ever so much for being here today. I'm Jeremy. If you haven't met me before, if you have, nice to see you again. Today's session is to introduce PIM Cloud Dashboard and also our video inspections component. So what I would really appreciate is it's great to see some of you on the video, so I can see reactions as, yep, the screen's working and all that sort of stuff. But if you could keep questions either to the chat section of Zoom or send questions through to support@propertyinspectionmanager.com, that would be absolutely brilliant. So just bear with me because I've got an alarm going off. Thank you very much. It has gone off now. And okay, so I'm gonna kick off some stuff now. So what I'll do, just to start with, can I just ask you to wave at me when the screen has changed? And yeah, can you see a thing called dashboard in front of you now? Great, okay. So let me just set the scene here. We've been waiting for a while to introduce the cloud component of PIM, and we're ready to go. So over the next couple of weeks, you'll be getting instructions of how to progress. So today's session isn't a how-to guide, it's actually what's coming through. And what we've wanted to do over the period of probably the last year and a half while we've been building this is to complement what we've got within the PIM app for inspections with a cloud-based component that gives you a go-to place to manage everything around your inspections. And when I say that, a couple of things that have been levied to us in the past have really been, all my inspections are on either my PIM app on my device, or they're in my system. What happens if we lose the device? So this part of the PIM solution is going to create a place where all your inspections, all the photos for your inspections, and also videos for your inspections are going to be held. And I'll take you through that now and show you what's there. The other thing is, by building the cloud-based component of PIM, it opens up a lot of other opportunities for us to develop additional modules down the line for things like aided inspections or remote inspections. We've already got the remote inspection side of things covered within the PIM Cloud Dashboard, and I'll show you that today as well. But there will be other opportunities for us to develop additional functionality. So when this is launched and you start using it and you start going, oh, what about? That's the time for you to say, look, this would be a good thing for us to add to it. But this is a significant step forward for PIM, and the cloud dashboard will help with a lot of stuff. So let me go into here now, and I will just take you through what we've got ready to launch over the next couple of weeks. So I've logged into my PIM cloud dashboard, and what we've introduced within PIM is a concept of users and of managers. So what that means is if you've got multiple people within your company that are using PIM, you can now have people who have got administrative capabilities, and they can do certain things with the account. They can view everything and they can change stuff. You've also got in here inspectors. So those inspectors can access the PIM Cloud Dashboard and just see their inspections. So from an administrative perspective or from a managerial perspective, you can see your PIM and all the different users that you've got, but you can also see how many reports have been completed, how many devices are being used. You've also got the ability to look at your information and the company information and amend that. So rather than having to get in touch with us and ask us to update templates, as an administrator, you'll be able to come into the PIM Cloud Dashboard and you can edit the address details of your office. And you can also update logos and upload logos if you change logo, for example. So that's all now self-service stuff, which is going to save time and frustration. The other thing that you can do is within the templates set up within PIM, you do have color bars, and historically those have been created by us, but you can change the color associated with your logo. So if I could go into my logo here, I want to change the color bars in my templates to red. I've updated that now and I've saved the details. So from an administrative perspective, I've got a lot more flexibility in what I can actually do. What I can also do in here is I can go into my integrations, and as a manager, I can actually set up my integrations with the different systems that we integrate with. We'll be adding a couple more in here, but you can see the Cirrus 8, Property Tree, Console Cloud, obviously released, and others will be in here. And you'll be able to enter your portfolio key, your API key, and get yourself integrated with your property management system. Bear in mind that PIM can integrate with multiple portfolios. We do have a number of clients with different portfolios within their system, but this can all be managed in here. The other thing that you can do through the PIM Cloud dashboard is you can import data files. So if you're running a system like REST or RealPro or a basic version of Shintaro or IP Office, this is now where you'll come to upload your files into the PIM Cloud dashboard so that your devices can pull down that information on their inspections. So again, it's coming back to the one place to actually manage everything related to your account. With users, I say you can actually manage your users in here as well. I'll just go into this one now. You can edit your user details. So you can add new users. You can add users with managerial and administrative capability. You can also upload an image of that person as well. So we have for a long time now had the ability within the templates for our inspections to add a photo of the inspector, and that can be uploaded into here. Excuse that photo or that picture. I just thought it was a nice image of my border collie dressed up for the 4th of May. Now, the big thing within the PIM Cloud dashboard is that it will become your go-to place for accessing all your completed inspections and also inspections that are in process. So I've got a few set up here already. What we're going to do over the phase of implementation is work with you to upload previous content into here as well, if you want to. So you can actually retrieve from the PIM Cloud dashboard and view all your inspections, and you can search on those inspections as well. So you can put in search parameters around the dates when the inspections were done, the type of inspection, whether it was an entry or exit. And you can also search on who's done it. So different types of devices associated with different inspectors, you can search for those inspections. So when we've had discussions with clients in the past about, can you help me find this inspection? So-and-so has left the company, it was never completed. This will create an environment where you'll be able to search and retrieve those inspections, be able to use them where you want to, and also reuse them as well. So significant step forward. The other field that you can search on is an address field. So you can put whatever you need to in here, and it will be able to filter by whatever you put in there as well, including wildcards. The other thing that we've introduced in here is a status. And that status is, there are a number of different statuses that we've got within the system. So you can see the inspections that are scheduled, those that are in progress but haven't been completed yet. So I've got one down here that I have not submitted, but I've started. So that type of inspection may be a property condition report, that you've taken some photos at some point or got some comments at some point, maybe when you're doing a home open, that sort of stuff, but it hasn't been progressed to its final stage yet. We've got an inspected status as well, which means that you've actually conducted that status. We've got one for under review. I'll come back onto that in a second. And we've got one as well, which is completed. You can then archive the inspections, so you can push those away from what you see straight away, but you can retrieve them later on. So we brought in these concepts of different statuses. What that means is that either as a manager, and I can see everything, or as an inspector, so I can just see my own inspections, I can see where I'm at in one view with my inspections. So for example, with this one here, I know I did this one yesterday, it's an inspected report, it's been completed. I can look into here and I can do a number of things. I can actually go in and I can edit the inspection. So this is for those scenarios where some people like to do their inspections on their device, get them completed, submit the inspection, and away they go. But quite a few people have said to us, look, I want to go out to the asset, I want to take some photos, I want to get some brief notes, but I want to finish it off in the office. The PIM Cloud dashboard is the place that you can come to, and you can go into your inspection and you can view the notes that have been added to the inspection. You can view the videos and the photos that have taken, and you can go into here and you can add, by pressing edit, additional notes. So being able to actually do this on your desktop as opposed to doing it on your device is going to help an awful lot of people. And here as well, you can browse the media and add photos. All right, so if I go to my desktop, I'll just see if I've got a photo on there. Yes, I have. I can open it and I can add that photo into that area as well. So I can see within my dashboard all the areas associated with this inspection. This one was a one-off that I set up yesterday, so it's a little bit different to most. But it just means that I can go into my inspection in the PIM Cloud dashboard, and I can add my notes, I can add photos, I can save those photos, and then I can come back to the overview. One of the things I haven't done in there is I haven't chosen a cover photo, but I can choose a cover photo. So if I haven't done it when I've been on site, I can choose a photo to include in here. And then I can submit my report from the PIM Cloud dashboard after I've finished it off. What I can also do though, which is, so in terms of just reviewing that for 1 second, so I can go out, I can capture some notes and photos. I can upload those into my PIM Cloud dashboard. I can complete my report, and I can then finish it and submit it from here. What I can also do in here is I can view the gallery of photos that have been taken against that inspection. So that does include all of the photos that I've taken for the inspection. It includes videos as well. I can click on these and I can view these photos in high resolution form. Now, I'll show you with the inspection reports, your viewers are going to be able to view these high resolution images as well. But what it means is that you've now got, as well as the inspection report with the photos included in the report, you've also got an access via link to the high resolution format as well. Sorry, would you, sorry, whoever it is that's got the microphone on, could you just mute it? Okay.
I know,
So,
right? Okay, all right, there we go.
So when I'm viewing my photos now, I can view my photos in high resolution form. I can also choose photos if I want to send individually to somebody. So I'll just cancel that for a second. I can send a photo, an individual photo of whatever it may be that I need to send directly to somebody, which is going to be really handy for maintenance work, for sending instructions to a tradie, for getting in touch with a team member. I can send them a link straight away to different photos that I've taken within an inspection. So again, that go-to place to be able to access high resolution content if I'm going to need it to send to somebody and communicate with somebody, or if I want to actually just go through my excuse me, I'm going to go into a different screen. Go into this area, I can actually choose to download all of these images to my desktop, to a different file, so that I can use them if I need to go to a VCAT or QCAT or whatever it may be. I've got high resolution image access available to me. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what's going on in here. So I've got my access to editing and inspection online. I've also got my access to my completed reports. I can view the high resolution images. I can download the high resolution images, and I can also download the completed report if I need to use it for something else as well. So the go-to place for everything related to my inspections. The other thing that's in here is my tenant inspection report as well. So if you're using PIM in the way that you produce a report that goes to the landlord and a report that goes to the tenant, this is all accessible here too. Now, the other thing I quickly wanted to show you is this one here, which is under review. And I'll go into the PIM app in a second. But with the PIM app, what this means is I can now send an inspection to either a tenant or to a colleague who's going to work with me to complete some of the details for that inspection. So this one has been sent out to a tenant for them to review, and it hasn't been looked at yet. But this one here has been sent out to a tenant, and I can now go into the inspection and I can view the information that they've added from their side of things. And I can go in, I can look at notes that the tenant's made for the inspection. I can then add to this. I can get rid of photos if I want to, or I can add additional photos if I want to. So I can go through the inspection with the images and the comments that the tenant's made, or that my colleague has made, and complete my report and construct my report within the PIM Cloud dashboard. What I can also do is send some specific information through to the person that's conducting the inspection on my behalf so that they can do certain things. So I've sent a couple of notes in here through the specific actions for this inspection. Could you take a couple of photos of the stains in the laundry ceiling through the water damage? Could you take some photos of the newly laid turf? So in terms of sending instructions out to somebody, I've got a bit of flexibility in there now to make sure that if I can't make that inspection myself, but I've got somebody else that's going out to do it on my behalf, or a tenant's going to do it, I can put some instructions into the workflow and they can see that. The other thing that you'll see here as well is that I've got a tenant signature that's been added. So I'll show you from the app side of things, but you can actually send the instructions, and when the tenant or the colleague has completed the inspection, they can send it through to you with a signature in there to say it's themselves. Okay. So that's the PIM Cloud dashboard at this stage. So we've got the ability to have an overview of what's going on. You've got the ability to import your files if there isn't a direct integration with the software property management system. You can set up your integrations. You can set up your users with either a managerial level or an inspector level. And it also means that you've got different passwords for each of these people as well. So there is one overall password for the account, but then the manager can manage individual password access into the PIM Cloud dashboard. It's also the go-to place for all your inspections, completed inspections. You can search, you can retrieve, you can bring them up, you can share the inspections, you can send those to people from here, download them to your desktop. You can also access from here all the high resolution images associated with an inspection. Okay. And then we shall build things from here on in. So what I'm going to do now is just go over to my iPad.
Not on. Not on. Hello? I've gone out of it because I couldn't get any sound. I'm not talking.
Okay, so I'm just moving over to, you should be able to view my iPad now. So what I was just going to mention to you is that if you don't want to use the PIM cloud dashboard, that's still a choice that you can make as well. So you don't have to use it at all. You'll still be able to import your inspections for your property management system, bring them into PIM, complete your inspection and send them out to wherever they need to go to. But if you want to use the PIM cloud dashboard, then we will help you to get all that set up, and then you are able to use the features that we've got in there. What I wanted to quickly show you was a couple of new things that we brought into the app as well. So the first thing that I'll just touch on, I'll just go into an inspection that I've got underway. So we go to the front gardens. So one of the big things that we've introduced into the app itself is if you now go to take a photo, you have three options. You've got a photo, which is the single shot that we've always had within the system. So you can take a single shot of something. What we've included in the new version of the PIM app is an additional button which says include in tenant summary. So if you want to take a photo and include it in the tenant summary, and you've taken it in the garden, for example, you can press the include in tenant summary, press use photo, and it will go into both. Now, where that's handy is if you, well, it basically means you don't have to duplicate taking photos. And that was a bit of a criticism that was levied before. So you can now take any photo within the inspection and include it within the tenant summary as well. So you can send that photo to the tenant and say, look, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to tidy up. The other thing that we've got within the camera now is the video functionality. So with any area within PIM, whether it's a room or a sub-inspection area, you can take a 10-second video clip. And that 10 seconds is actually quite a long period of time. So if you just want to do a scan of a room, it will then give you 10 seconds to be able to go around and take an image of, or a video of that room. Use video. And you can have multiple videos within an inspection. So you've got a choice now when you're capturing media to go into your inspection report. You've got the individual photo option. You've got the multi-shot option, which allows you to take a series of photos quickly, but you've also got the video option as well. So if I go into here, the other thing that we can do is in our summary area, if you go into our summary and go into video, you'll see that the video component is up to 20 seconds. And for those of you who might like to use this, what that means is that you can actually create a video that can be attached to the report. And you can say that you've just done a routine inspection on a property. Everything's looking pretty good, apart from the laundry, which has got some water damage from a previous storm. We're going to get a couple of quotes on this, send them through to you for your approval. Otherwise, that's the only thing that's a problem with the property at the moment. Thanks very much. And I can save that video and embed it within my report and send it through to the landlord. So it's not for everybody, but I've been playing with this over the last few weeks. And it definitely adds to that extra element of customer service, highlighting things that are important, and just also evidences that you're doing your job pretty well. So it's there as an option for you, and that's embedded within the app. So what that means in terms of, if I now go into an inspection, and I submit my report, what's that going to look like? I'll let that just roll through in a second and I'll have a quick look at it. But when you get an inspection completed now, it will have links within the PDF that the person that receives that report can click on. They can view the videos and they can view the photos associated with the report. So it's enhancing the communication process, and it's allowing people to see individual photos and be able to zoom in on stuff. So if I go into here now, you'll see, excuse me, that's my little video link in there. So if I click on that in a second, it will take me through to that video, that summary video. The gallery link, if I click on the gallery link, it will take me through to the gallery for this inspection. I need to put in a postcode for the inspection. And then that takes me through to the photos that have been taken during this inspection. So as a reader, I can go into here now. I can zoom in on this stuff. I can see the annotations that I put in using the annotations within PIM. It just gives me a lot more information for me to have a look at. I can go into videos as well and play those videos if they're in there. Or maybe I didn't take one on that one. Yes, I did. There you go. That's one I took earlier. Okay. The other thing that I just wanted to touch on within this this presentation was if I am going to do an assisted inspection or a tenant inspection, I can download it into PIM. I can go into my inspection and I can choose within here to add an area that says specific actions for this inspection. And I can add some stuff in here. I've pre-populated this, but could you take a few photos of the water stains? Can you add some pictures of the balcony? And then what I can do is on the first page of the app now, I can press the action button and I can send an aided inspection. And that will send the aided inspection to the tenant or to my colleague in here. And I can send that through to them. And that will appear in their email address with a link to, with instructions of, please fill in the following rooms. Here are the things that I want you to take. And that can be done on any device. So they don't have to have PIM on their device. They can take some photos of their inspection. They can add those photos and comments to their inspection on an Android device, on their desktop, on their Apple device, on their phone, or on a tablet. They can send it back to the PIM dashboard. And then in the PIM dashboard, it lets you know when it's been completed. You can go into the dashboard, you can edit it, you can view what has been done in there as well. And then you can finish the report so it looks the same as if you've been out there yourself, and you have the option of what content to put into your report. So what we tried to do here with the PIM Cloud dashboard is give you the security and knowledge that you've got your inspections that have been completed, saved in a place that is accessible now and in the future. You've got access to your high resolution content, which now includes, as well as photos, the videos as well. It now underpins workflows for assisted inspections, and those assisted inspections could be tenant inspections. I'd like you to conduct this inspection on my behalf on this occasion and send me the information and you can finish it off. Or it could be if you've got a colleague who's a remote operative, who's working, say, up in the Northwest or on site or remotely, and you want them to conduct the inspection for you, you can send them some instructions. They can capture the photos, they can capture the comments, they can upload those into the PIM Cloud dashboard, and you can finish it off as well. So that's where we're at. And just coming back to what I said right at the beginning, we are technically ready to go. There's a couple of things that we just need to do now. As far as, sorry, that's my finger enough. Let me just get rid of this for a second. Stop the share. We're now in a position to technically be able to deliver this. We just got a couple of things to finish off as far as legals, and then we'll be in touch with people to start cascading the use of the PIM Cloud dashboard out into the environment. From here, we'll be able to do some additional stuff as well. But what I would definitely recommend is if you are interested, get in touch with us and say, look, we definitely want to go ahead with this. And when I say get in touch, go through support@propertyinspectionmanager.com. And the other thing is, if you've got any other questions from this session today, either use the chat feature, so I'll leave the session open for a little while longer, or send us an email to support@propertyinspectionmanager.com. If you want to have a chat with me directly, it's Jeremy@propertyinspectionmanager.com. or you can give me a ring on 0418 905 809. It's been a while coming. Thank you ever so much for being with us today. I hope that's been informative, and we'll speak to you soon. Thank you very much indeed.